when Caitlin Clark was taken out of the game by Stephanie White. And shout out. Hold on, let me get this pulled up for y'all real quick. Let me blow this up. Shout out to IDX Texas, my dog. He stated, I'm just going to say this and let it play out. If she leads this team this season or ever, the Fever will celebrate like they just...
Look at that reaction. Caitlin Clark comes off the court, heads to the bench, and completely blanks Stephanie White. No nod, no eye contact, nothing. She just drops into her seat and stares off into space. That's not a player upset about one bad possession. That's weeks of built-up frustration boiling over. And it's becoming harder to ignore that something's seriously wrong between this team and their biggest star.
So it looked like some video evidence back up Caitlin Clark claims about her being frustrated with the Indiana Fever organization. If you guys don't know, dropped a video late last night kind of dissecting what Caitlin Clark had to say in her press conference. Well, in that press conference, Caitlin Clark smirked and stated she was tired of playing pretty much 25 damn minutes. She can't get in a rhythm. She got to be in rhythm in order to play at the level we all love to see her play at. And at this junction in time, the Indiana Fever is not allowing Caitlin Clark to reach her peak for as being the greatest women.
So here's the moment that lit the fuse on this whole story. At a press conference this week, Caitlin Clark dropped a line that rattled the entire Fever organization. With a smirk on her face, she came right out and said she's sick of being capped at 25 minutes a game. No jokes, no sugarcoating. She stared straight into that camera and let everyone know the minutes restriction has got to go. Now think back to Iowa. Back then, Clark was logging 35, even 38 minutes a night. Those were the nights she torched defenses. Those were the nights she rewrote the record books. That's the Caitlin Clark the whole basketball world fell in love with. Fast forward to today, and she's stuck at 25 minutes in games that actually matter. And now she's saying it out loud in public. And that's the real story here. When a star player stops handling things behind closed doors and takes it straight to the press, that tells you something. It means those private conversations went nowhere.
Not the only thing that we're going to be talking about in this video. We have to talk about Lisa Bluder and Jan Jensen showing up to the game, front and center. Why is they there? Is it more to the story? Is they trying to look for themselves as to what the hell is happening with the Caitlin Clark they helped create? Because you imagine being Lisa Bluder right now, seeing everything that is coming out, seeing how Caitlin Clark is being played, managed, minutes, and all of these different set things. Lisa Bluder is one of the greatest women basketball coaches ever. And me personally, that's who Caitlin Clark needed as her coach. Lisa Bluder was her Phil Jackson. And as of right now...
But it doesn't stop there. This next part makes the story even bigger. Lisa Bluder was in the building for that game. And she didn't just drive over. She flew in on a private jet alongside Jan Jensen, the woman who now runs the show at Iowa after years as Bluder's right-hand assistant. Let that sink in. These are the two coaches who took Caitlin Clark and turned her into a generational star. Nobody understands her game better. They walked her through 2 national championship runs. They trusted her to carry the ball for 38 minutes in the games that mattered most. So ask yourself, why would they feel the need to show up in person? Lisa Bluder retired after last season. She doesn't owe anybody a trip to a Fever game. She could be home, feet up, enjoying retirement. Instead, she's booking a private jet to go watch the players she helped build. That's not just checking a box. That's a coach who still cares, keeping an eye on someone she raised in the sport. When your old college coach flies across the country for a regular season game, that's not nothing. That's a message. And judging by the reaction in that arena, everybody caught it loud and clear.
How it looks. But if she leaves and they have to face her on the court, they'll have to guard her like the rest of the league does. And this time, there may be real accountability for the Indiana Sun. And I told y'all, this is the Connecticut Sun 3.0. And really, it ain't Connecticut Sun. It's Vanderbilt 3.0. Now, it goes on to say, everyone reaps what they sow. Sow corruption, reap corruption. Sow life, reap life. You get back the exact thing you sold in her culture.
Let's get into the coaching comparison everyone's buzzing about. People keep bringing up Doc Rivers when they talk about Stephanie White, but honestly, that might be giving her too much credit. Doc Rivers has a championship ring. He's found success in more than one city. A better comparison: Darvinham, the coach the Lakers just fired after one season. Even after making the playoffs, why'd he get axed? He couldn't manage his star player. His rotations made no sense, and he lost the locker room. Ring any bells? Stephanie White walked in with sky-high expectations. She was supposed to be the coach who finally unlocked this roster after last year's playoff run. Instead, we're watching the same problems play out, except worse now because the players have even less trust in her than they did in the last coach. At least Christy Sides had an excuse. She was still learning on the job. What's excuse? She's the experienced veteran. She's supposed to know how to handle big personalities and get the most out of talent. That's literally her reputation. But here's the real issue, and it goes deeper than minutes on a clock. This is about philosophy. Lisa Blunt's approach at Iowa was simple. Hand Caitlin the ball and let her cook. Trust her instincts. Give her room to create. That mindset turned her into the highest scoring player in women's college basketball history. Stephanie White seems to be doing the exact opposite. Limit the minutes. Spread the offense around. Don't let one player run the show. Two totally different philosophies colliding. And Caitlin's caught right in the middle of it.
I'm gonna say IDX. She was just where I found it at. I want to roll this clip for y'all real quick. I want to play this for y'all. Watch this. Taylor Clark couldn't even look at Stephanie White. This very, very damaging. This clip right here is so damaging. There's nothing they could say.
Now let's talk about the video that's got everyone talking because it's hard to watch and not see the writing on the wall. Caitlin gets pulled from the game. She walks straight to the bench. No eye contact with the coach. She waves off the assistants trying to talk to her. Just sits down, arms crossed, staring at the floor. That's not a player buying into the system. That's a player who's checked out. And here's why that matters so much. Caitlin Clark isn't the diva type. Her whole college career, she was known as the ultimate teammate. Coachable, easy to work with, someone who made everyone around her better. She never clashed with Lisa Blutter. Never complained publicly. Never once showed body language like this. So seeing it now, that tells you things have gotten bad enough that she can't hide it anymore. Body language doesn't lie. In a press conference, sure, you can pick your words carefully. You can stay diplomatic, but in the heat of the moment, getting yanked from a game you feel like you should be controlling, your real feelings show up. And Caitlin's feelings couldn't be clearer. She doesn't trust this coaching staff. She doesn't agree with the plan, and she's done pretending everything's fine.
Her and Jan Jensen pulled up to the game, and I don't think it's by chance that they was there. I think Lisa Bluter was there to see for herself what the hell they have done to her.
Lisa Bluter.
I think Lisa Bluter want to see exactly what they've done to her, Caitlin Clark. She was there in the front row. There go Jan Jensen right there.
Jan Jensen. Let's hear from both these legendary coaches.
They know it ain't right. They know it, just like we know it. Will's up to see Caitlin Clark.
So, what happens if Caitlin Clark actually walks away from Indiana? That question isn't some wild, hypothetical anymore. It's getting more real by the week. And if you think about it, the picture is almost too clear to ignore. if she leaves. Don't be surprised if certain people inside that organization quietly breathe a sigh of relief. They'll go back to running their offense their way, taking their shots, doing things exactly how they want, free from all the noise and attention that follows her everywhere. And the fans who pack those arenas just to watch her play, they'll walk out the door right alongside her. But here's where it gets interesting, almost poetic, really. The moment Caitlin lands somewhere else, the Fever will have to line up and guard her. No more minute restrictions, no more offensive system built to keep her in check. She'll be completely unleashed. 35 minutes a night firing up 30 shots if she feels like it. And Indiana will have to sit there and watch what they let get away. We've seen this story before in sports. Franchises mishandle a generational talent, push them out the door, and then watch helplessly as that player turns into a superstar somewhere else while the team that let them go sinks right back into irrelevance. Indiana looks like it's speedrunning that exact same mistake. And honestly, what's been happening in Indiana feels disrespectful to everything Caitlin Clark has built. This isn't going to end well. Not for the fans, not for her, and definitely not for the franchise. Whatever plan they think they're running right now isn't going to move this team forward. Once she's gone, don't be shocked if the Fever slide right back to being one of the worst teams in the league. And remember this, before Caitlin arrived, Kelsey Mitchell hadn't even sniffed a playoff game. Season after season, it was just losing, and more losing. That's the reality fans need to sit with. Before Caitlin Clark, this franchise barely registered. Kelsey Mitchell is talented, no doubt, but she never once led this team to the playoffs. Empty seats, no national TV slots, zero buzz. The Fever were background noise in the WNBA. Then Caitlin gets drafted, and everything flips overnight. Sold-out arenas, prime-time games every single week, merchandise disappearing off shelves. Suddenly, this team matters again. They made the playoffs for the first time in years. So, how does the front office respond to all that? By shrinking her role, by capping her minutes, by building a system that doesn't even use her the way she's built to be used. That's not strategy. That's organizational malpractice. When you land a generational talent, you build the entire machine around them. You maximize their strengths. You give them every chance to dominate. Instead, it looks like Indiana is trying to prove a point that they can win their way, even if it means holding back their own best player. That's ego winning out over results, pride over championships, and it's going to cost them everything they've gained in the last 12 months. Compare that to how Lisa Blutter handled things at Iowa. She understood exactly what she had. She built her entire offense around Caitlin's talent. She trusted her in the biggest moments the sport could offer. She let her fly. And look at what that produced. 2 national championship appearances, a mountain of broken records, and the most electrifying player women's college basketball has ever seen. That's what happens when coaching and talent actually line up. What's happening in Indiana right now is the exact opposite. It's like trying to squeeze a Ferrari into a parking spot built for a compact car. It simply doesn't fit. And the longer they force it, the messier this gets. That's what makes the private jet visit from Blutter and Jan Jensen hit so much harder. These are people who know exactly what they're looking at. They can see their former player being boxed in. They can see the joy draining out of her game. So, they showed up not for a random visit, but to send a message. We see you. We've got your back. And we know exactly who you really are. That kind of support matters. And it also says something uncomfortable. It shows just how alone Caitlin might be feeling inside her own locker room right now. The real question isn't whether this situation can keep going the way it is. It clearly can't. The real question is how much longer before it finally breaks. Does Caitlin push for a trade? Does the front office wake up before they destroy the very thing that saved this franchise? Does the head coach get shown the door midseason the same way we've seen happen elsewhere in pro sports? Something has to give, because the road they're on right now doesn't lead anywhere good. And honestly, this is the most frustrating part for anyone who just loves great basketball. We are being cheated out of peak Caitlin Clark. We already saw what she's capable of at Iowa when she was fully unleashed. The deep threes, the no-look dimes, the 40-point explosions on the biggest stages of her career. That player hasn't gone anywhere. She's just being held back by an organization that seems more focused on winning an argument than winning games. And when other teams start lining up with max offers and promises to build around her, Indiana won't have anyone to blame but themselves. Go back and watch that bench footage one more time. That's not a player stuck in a slump who just needs a pep talk. That's a superstar who already knows she's in the wrong place, quietly counting down the days. The body language, the press conference comments, the visible tension, it's all pointing in the exact same direction. This relationship is cracked, and it might already be too far gone to fix. So, here's what should happen. The front office needs to wake up, make bold changes, bring in a coach who actually knows how to build around a generational talent, and hand her the offense the way it was always meant to be run. But that takes humility, admitting the current plan has failed. And from everything we've watched unfold, this front office doesn't look ready for that kind of honesty with itself. The saddest part, none of this had to happen. Draft the superstar, build around her, trust her greatness, and let the wins pile up naturally. It really isn't complicated. Yet, somehow this situation got complicated enough that people are seriously asking whether she'll demand her way out. So, now it's your turn. If you were in Caitlin Clark's shoes, how much longer would you put up with this? One more season, a trade request this offseason, or do you just write out the contract and walk in free agency? Drop your answer in the comments below. Hit that follow button so you don't miss where this story goes next, and let us know. Does Caitlin Clark finish her rookie deal in Indiana, or is this already beyond saving?